Let's take a look at how the attacks are impacting commodity markets now. Now, oil prices surged to highest level in nearly 4 months at the open on Sunday over fears of supply disruption. Brent crude futures jumped more than 19% to a session high of $71.95 a barrel. The prices eased off after the U.S. said it will be releasing oil. The oil prices have retreated during Monday's trade, but they continue to remain in the green. So how are prices going to impact the world? Now, some analysts believe that the oil supply disruption could bring dire consequences to the global economy. Markets have begun jittering already. Asian markets opened lower on Monday. Gold prices jumped 1% and are expected to rise further with oil prices surging. Shipping companies and airlines could be hit as they are heavily dependent on petroleum. The economies of China and the US are slowing down, and Europe is heading towards a recession, so an oil crisis is the last thing they need. The analysts say that if more attacks take place, the world could plunge into a recession just like the 1970s. The analysts say that it could take a few weeks to establish the actual impact on the financial markets.
Primary concerns were whether there is an impact to the oil production, there is an impact to the oil processing, or whether there's an impact to the exports in itself from the kingdom. So far, we haven't seen any major decline in terms of either the production or the export volumes coming out of the kingdom as such. But I'm guessing it's not something that's going to happen overnight or that's going to have an impact overnight. It's going to take a few days or even weeks before we actually see the numbers reflecting the actual impact of the incident.
Now, Saturday's drone attacks on Saudi Arabia's oil heartland was not an aberration. The Aramco oil processing facility was just recently targeted by drones operated by Houthi rebels in Yemen. The U.S. was quick to blame Iran. It reignited the debate about the extent to which Iran is providing assistance to the Houthis. There's been a consistent pattern to these attacks. Take a look. Now, this timeline begins in November 2018. The U.S. reimposes sanctions on Iranian oil. 66% of Iran's oil exports dropped, a move which has since had global repercussions. The Maritime Administration of the U.S. warns of possible Iranian attacks on shipping in the Gulf region on 10th May. 4 ships, including 2 Saudi oil tankers, are attacked just outside the Strait of Hormuz on the 12th of May. U.S. officials lay the blame on Iran, which was quick to deny it. Houthi drones strike 2 oil pumping stations in Saudi Arabia on 14th May. Aramco's east-west pipeline is temporarily shut down. 2 tankers are attacked south of Hormuz on the 13th of June. Washington again blames Iran, and Tehran denies any role in it. 20th June, an unmanned U.S. surveillance drone is shot down by Iran. The U.S. strongly suspects Iran's involvement. The first casualty of these attacks is reported. 1 dead, 21 injured after a Houthi-led attack on the Aba airport in Saudi Arabia on 23rd June. On 4th July, British Royal Marines seized an Iranian supertanker Grace 1 near the Strait of Gibraltar on suspicions of violating EU sanctions on Syria. 10th July, British warship HMS Montrose trains guns and warns boats belonging to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of Iran, which reportedly approached a BP oil tanker in the Hormuz. This time, an Iranian drone is shot down by the U.S. again in the Strait of Hormuz after it threatened the warship USS Boxer. Iran denies losing a drone. Iran seizes 2 British-operated oil tankers. It releases them with a warning. 14 September, here's the big one. The world's largest petroleum processing facility in Saudi Arabia is hit by drones, affecting over 5% of global supplies. Houthis claim responsibility. The U.S. pulls no punches, blames Iran for direct involvement. Trump tweets that the U.S. is locked and loaded, awaiting Saudi confirmation.